especially किसके बाजू में बैठना है. As you enter the classroom, first bench is not my priority. Go and sit at the last bench. I had a job, but due to COVID, it did not went ahead. And finally, something which knocked my door was again teaching. So, quality of aptitude question asked. Those subjects are been covered as your base subjects in your second. That's fear I feel burdened. File karo, assignment karo, checking karao. Just one random day at the end of semester you come with your file. We don't know rather than that name. और उसके आगे सब AA absent ही लिखा हुआ. The university rejected her admission. What would be the reason?
Because she got kicked.
Her practical knowledge.
Just because from her childhood, mathematics was not there in her education. Students do not connect to their guide. So your first review is there where you have to show your project to the panel, but the project is not shown to the guide.
Yes.
4 events in 1 month. Means every week you are working.
Yes.
But if there are 0 events in that specific month, where were you? What we were doing? So this question arises. What I feel, written assignments you feel are helping you guys or not. It will help you if you are writing that assignment by yourself. If you are copying it by somebody, then definitely it's not going to help. In the first lecture morning 9 o'clock, then how can you extend? Just imagine morning 9 o'clock lecture, last benches are sleeping. As soon as I enter, आधा पीछे का bench is like तब भी से ही सो रहे हैं. अरे 5 बजे तक रुकना है.
Hello everyone and welcome to a new episode of Coffee with Innovation. Today with us we have an amazing guest, our very own Professor Dhanashree Bhanushali ma'am. So don't forget to like, share and subscribe this episode. Thank you. Hello ma'am and welcome to Coffee with Innovation. Hope you are comfortable. Ma'am, before starting the questions, क्या आप हमें आपके feedback और इस concept related जो भी reviews है वो दे सकते हैं?
Regarding Coffee with Innovation?
Yes ma'am.
Yes, this is something I think Atharva College of Engineering, we have never been through such kind of concept where students are actually interviewing the faculty. So yes, it's really nice, innovative. This will also help students' perspective. How the academics actually run, because I think first year students are somebody who are just having an empty cloud of brain.
Yes.
And what is going, and once you finish your first year, you go to the department, and then another cycle starts.
Yes.
Till the time you guys get comfortable, new thing has been there in your plate. So I think that will help them also to understand how the engineering 4 years work actually.
मैम, आपका फर्स्ट डे ऑफ कॉलेज कैसा था?
My first day of college, as usual, the way first years are, to find the classroom, where is the timetable, whom to speak, which classroom to sit, where to go, new faces, to whom, especially किसके बाजू में बैठना है. As you enter the classroom, first bench is not my priority. Go and sit at the last bench. So I think, yeah. So there are not many questions you have in your mind, and with respect to time, I think so. One after the other, those questions are being solved. So there is butterfly in your stomach. भाई तो engineer बन गई है. Yeah, you have started that journey. So this is what is there. That feeling is there when you go to the first. I think what I had feel during my first year of my college.
So ma'am, when did you decided to become an IT professor? So what was that point when you decided that I want to be a teacher in engineering?
Okay, so basically I am teaching students from age of 18. So I have studied, I have taught children, students And this is how my journey started. So post my masters, I had a job, but due to COVID, it did not went ahead. And finally, something which knocked my door was again teaching. So I think that day I decided कि भाई मेरे घर पे लक्ष्मी सिर्फ सरस्वती की वजह से आई. So I decided like no, teaching is my work and I think I should follow this. So that time I decided like let's be a teacher.
So मैम आप थोड़ा अपने एजुकेशन बैकग्राउंड के बारे में बताएं.
Basically, I'm 10 plus 2 plus diploma plus engineering. And moreover, I completed my master's in Warsaw. Post my master's, I flew back here for my marriage. And then in the next academic year, what you say, from 2020, COVID started. So because of that, I was not able to fly back to Europe. And this is how I landed after my master's to teaching.
सो मैम एजुकेशन पे बात हो रही है तो सबका एक ही होता है कि एजुकेशन सिस्टम में आप ऐसा कौन सा चेंज लाना चाहोगे जिससे लोग अट्रैक्ट हो एजुकेशन की तरफ, जैसे बहुत बोरिंग हो गया आज.
You feel that our education is boring. I don't feel so, because our education, the way it has been designed, it is sticking to the roots. So if you see your syllabus, once you come to the department, last 3 years of engineering, those subjects which are there, those are the basic subjects. So now you have this question, why this is not there in the industry? But what industry is asking something which is advanced. To learn that advanced, you should know your base. So base foundation is being created in your 4 years engineering degree, what I feel. Now you must be saying that, how are you justifying this? Very simple question. When you guys reach to B, you go for the placement drives, correct? What subjects do you study at that time for your aptitude?
Operating system.
When have you studied those subjects?
In second sem.
Yeah.
So those subjects, the quality of aptitude question asked, those subjects are being covered as your base subjects in your second. So we have observed that PE students ask us and plan this, 1 week session for just to revise the second year subjects, so that we are able to prepare ourselves for the placement drives. So I feel our education system is not boring. We stick to the roots, and if your roots are deep and stronger, the fruits are more amazing, more tasty, more flavorful. Right.
So मैम एजुकेशन सिस्टम में सब कुछ नहीं, बटन जैसे इंजीनियर्स को बहुत असाइनमेंट्स मिलते हैं, फाइल कंप्लीशन एंड ऑल. सो डू यू थिंक वो एक्चुअली हेल्प करता है नॉलेज गेन करने में?
Okay. Now, one more thing which I would also share, a specific course you have, for example, AIDS,
Yes.
right? Now, the way it is designed, I feel that entire courses of 1 year, which you tend to do in 1 semester, that is 6 months.
Yes.
Moreover, from those 6 months, you only do that subject for 4 months, because 2 months probably go for your examination.
Yes.
Right? Out of which you have other co-curriculum and curriculum activities. Still, you guys tend to manage.
Yes.
Right? Karte ho na?
Yeah, we have to.
That's what engineer do. And moreover, what I feel, if you're saying about the assignments, what we plan, those assignments, I don't think those are that difficult. If you observe also them, that is not, there is nothing as such rocket science into them.
Yes.
That is basically the basic base of that subject which we try to build in. Right?
Yes.
Now if I ask you what is syntax, so whether I go to Python, whether I go to Java, whether I go to C or C++, the meaning is the same. Nothing has been changing. But if you turn to learn something which is advanced rather than knowing your base, how will you build that? So I feel what you guys have this fear, rather than fear, I feel burden. File karo, assignment karo, checking karao, viva do.
Main issue वही होता है ना, file submission.
File submission. But I don't think that's actually, I feel now after what facilities we have, since the system is quite online, more of your assignments are completed online, right? Performing tools are available open source online. कुछ नहीं तो तुम्हारे पास ChatGPT रहता ही है, which you guys do.
Yes.
How it is difficult then? I don't feel it is difficult. I feel you guys feel burdened about it. कि भाई ये process करना है. But the process is been designed in such a way. So I feel you guys are lacking in knowing the process.
So मैम, स्पीकिंग ऑफ सबमिशंस एंड एवरीथिंग, अगर कोई स्टूडेंट कॉलेज अटेंड ही नहीं करता, शक्ल ही नहीं दिखाता टीचर को, पर उसके मार्क्स बहुत अच्छे होते हैं, एग्जाम्स में अच्छा स्कोर करता है, तो उसको भी क्या लो अटेंडेंस के कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस झेलने पड़ेंगे?
Of course, yes. Can you judge me in the first day?
No.
How can we judge you guys?
Yes.
So I should at least know now what that student is doing entire academic. You come on the day of submission with the file. Moreover, I have also experienced the student don't know even the faculty's name. So this is what I have experienced. So how can you expect ki just by that conversation I should give you marks? It won't be unfair with the students who are coming on regular basis. It's unfair with them also at the same time.
Yes.
Right? So I feel कि you must be doing many activities in that academic year or in that semester, but try to speak to the faculty. Why you have not come? What are you doing? Just one random day at the end of semester you come with your file. We don't know rather than that name. और उसके आगे सब AA absent ही लिखा हुआ. कैसे पता चलेगा कौन हो तुम लोग? So I feel yes, and moreover if you see the grading system, there are some marks given for your attendance also. So that's the reason. If you don't come, definitely that is just going to be 0.
So मैम, अकॉर्डिंग टू यू, अगर एक स्टूडेंट को केटी मिलती है तो क्या वो उसकी कैपेबिलिटीज डिफाइन करती है वो केटी से एक स्टूडेंट की?
No, I don't think so. What I feel is KT affects during your placement. So you guys have this major fear of mathematics and mechanics.
Yes.
First year, second year. I feel why there is fear. If you analyze, those two major subjects or any subject, there is a pattern. The way the questions are asked.
Yes.
You should know that. I'm not saying कि तुम सब कुछ पढ़ो. When you know that thing is not cup of my tea, but मेरे को उसको पीना ही है, तो उतना ही पियो जहाँ पे मैं पास हो सकूँ. Don't touch everything, ना.
Yes.
When it goes to engineering mathematics, नहीं होता है. I cannot learn those 6 modules. See which modules you know. Study that much module. Study in such a way that whatever is asked in the paper, I am going to write it. Nobody will give you. Nobody can take those marks from you. So yes, that's what I feel. So KT lagna is, I feel, how come a child can get that KT? First of all, so I feel this is what you guys lack. How to study.
So ma'am, as you mentioned, you are also from diploma, and most of the diploma students face coping up with mathematics 3 and such subjects. So did you face any challenges or क्या आपको KT लगा था?
I'll share this experience with you. Recently, one of the well-known universities of Switzerland, who is providing hotel management course. So that candidate had topped her university, okay, and she wanted to do bakery and pastry course. So she joined this university. The university rejected her admission. What would be the reason?
Because she got KT.
No.
Her practical knowledge.
No. Just because from her childhood, mathematics was not there in her education. So now next question is, how come mathematics coming in bakery and pastry?
Yes.
There's concept called as ratio proportion.
Yes.
You don't know how much is the baking soda to be added. You don't know how much, what should be the quantity of the flour in that proportion. How will you bake the cake? So I feel mathematics is the bone of engineering. That drives the engineer everywhere. Now for us, I feel you guys have this burden saying that clear ही नहीं होता है. शुरू कैसे करें? कौन सा मॉड्यूल पढ़ रहा है तू? मुझे भी डेटा दे. You yourself analyze the syllabus. See what is the weightage. What is your cup of tea? उतने मॉडल्स करके जाओ. You will not get KT. It's as simple as that. And KT do not define the knowledge of a child. So it's not necessary कि maths नहीं आता है इसलिए तुम कोई और चीज में अच्छे नहीं हो. But KT defines if you are going for the placement. Because whenever a company comes, what happens is they see those grades what you have got in specific subjects. Okay. Moreover, they also see the company has its own criteria. What I feel. If you are satisfying that criteria, you are shortlisted for the next round. Otherwise, you get eliminated. So that time, this KT factor, grading in maths, these all things does matter.
So ma'am, in engineering life, we see कि जब एक स्टूडेंट फर्स्ट ईयर में आता है उसको सबसे ज़्यादा KT लगती है. जैसे जैसे वो सेकेंड ईयर में जाता है, थर्ड ईयर में जाता है, वो कम हो जाती है वो KTs लगना, और थर्ड ईयर पे ऐसा पॉइंट आता है वो बंद हो जाता है. तो ऐसा क्यों?
Okay. So the basic thing what I feel an engineer takes admission for engineering is because mom dad have sent me to take admission in engineering. Correct? Now you don't have option. So what you do is you do not analyze the process. अगर मैं I'm doing 4 years engineering course, how does that process works? How many semester I have? How many courses I'm going to learn? What is the time duration I'm having for every semester? And first year had the drawback because I think because of the COVID, the semester started very late, right? And you guys have back-to-back semesters without me.
Yes.
So till the time you analyze the subject, your exams are on your head. So my question is, you know you are going for admissions, right? You should pre-plan this before joining the college. When you know your academics are going to, fall like this, pre-plan it. So that will help you. You will not feel that burden. You will take time to adapt the system. But you know what are the subjects, how things are going to come through, and how that you're quite prepared mentally also. That what are you supposed to enact on that situation. So this is what I will pre-plan it.
So ma'am, how do you motivate students to getting more innovative and new projects during MPL so that they don't use seniors project during?
Now, simple example is whenever you make a system, it has its own advantages and disadvantages. So innovation comes from disadvantages. Try to convert those disadvantages to advantages. So this is your MPL works. This is how your MPL works. So you would have seen कि तुम्हारे लिए वो topic is new. For a faculty, the topic is old.
Yeah.
So what we expect in the, I will say the modulation in the project is some innovative features which are there, but you are trying to improvise them. That this is how the versions are being created, right?
Yes.
So this is what we expect from when you are selecting an NPL project. I know XYZ website is there. I know this app is there. This is how it has been created. ये सब features. तुमने नया क्या डाला है? या फिर existing something which is there, you at least try to change that. That's a different thing. You are able to succeed it or you are not able to succeed it. But my question is, try to change that disadvantage to advantage. So this is how you are supposed to build your MPL.
So ma'am, during MPL, what are those things that you enjoy the most and what are those challenges that you face with students during your MPL?
The most enhancing thing what I feel is interacting with students. You have bunch of 3 or 4 together in a group. every child or every student, I feel, have a different perspective of his own skill set. Whether he is doing front end, he is doing back end, or he is full stack, whatever it is. Their innovation, the way they think, and implementation, when these 4 brains or 3 brains come together and they try to create something. So that I like a lot. Second, if I talk about the negativity or negative points about it, students do not connect to their guide. So your first review is there where you have to show your project to the panel, but the project is not shown to the guide. How guide will know who are you, what are you doing, what has to be done, what should be your approach? A major drawback what I found is you guys build a project, but you don't know what is literature survey and why it is that important. तुम्हारे लिए वही होता है ना, IEEE के 4 पेपर डाल दो, रेफरेंसेस लिखो, and then the work is done. No, but literature survey has its own way. This is how actually the literature survey helps you to build innovation in your work. You don't know the research only, and you have built the project without the research. So this is how I ask many questions, like which is your base paper, then this, what you have took from this paper, have you implemented this into your project? Answer is like, no ma'am. Then why you have wrote that thing on the slide? So I feel not meeting the guide is something which I get really pissed off. Like, go and meet the guide. So that's what I don't like about the students.
So मैं speaking of teamwork, कॉलेज में बहुत सारी कम्युनिटीज होती है, so उसमें ज्वाइन करना या उसमें एज अ हेड प्ले करना, वो हेल्प करता है इन फ्यूचर?
Yes, I was also cultural secretary during my college days. So team building, your co-colleagues, leadership quality, these all things enhance your communication skills, way of presentation. Whether you know things or you don't know, how confident you are. Dealing challenges. Okay, so these all things does build from your cultural committees or other committees which you have in your in our colleges and whatever.
So ma'am, let's take a situation कि अगर एक student है and he's in some committee, okay, and entire semester he was working in that committee and उसका attendance 0 है, and at the day of file checking he comes with all the completion, पूरा file and all, and even if you take the viva वो दे देता है वाला. So what do you say कि attendance को लेकर आपका issue रहता है उस student के साथ, और do you say कि okay क्या काम किया है मुझे बताओ committee में and all? Do you support that?
What I feel is whenever the academics start, first 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I don't feel that any committee is formed or the members are being selected. So those 3 weeks you can get attendance. If you are working for the entire semester, XYZ events you have done back to back, right? You must be having the reports. I can see the involvement. If there are 4 events in 1 month, it's every week you are working. But if there are 0 events in that specific month, where were you? What we were doing? So this question arises. And moreover, what I feel is sometimes the committee fails to, share the list of students to the faculties. It comes at the last, which I have observed, and where the issue starts actually. And the last day of the semester, you say, "Ma'am, I'm in this committee. I'm in that committee." But the entire semester, we didn't know only that you are working for the committee. So I think that's what I feel where our system lacks. And moreover, the grading system, I feel it becomes unfair with the students who are regular. Just because you guys are working for the committee, you are coming on the last day and giving viva and getting good grades. So I feel it's unfair for the students who are actually having that intellectual potential in them, and that's the reason they are getting those marks.
So ma'am, if not committee, let's take a student, he's very good in studies and all, but उसने lectures attend नहीं किया, he's not even in any committee, वो घर पे बैठ के पढ़ता है, tuitions लेता है, whatever the reason, and वो आता है, file checking सब उसका बराबर रहता है, you take his viva, वो perfect है, उस बच्चे को आप क्या बोलोगे?
ऐसा कभी नहीं हुआ है. I have never experienced this, and it is impossible. If you are saying the child is not coming for the entire semester, he is preparing the file. The file is not prepared by him, first of all, or by her. It is being copied by somebody else, right? And you have created that file. Moreover, the child or the student is not even reading the file and coming. If I ask him, what is the title of that XYZ experiment, उसको नहीं पता. So it's impossible that whatever question I ask to the child is able to answer. I'm very much sure about it. Now you will ask me, how it's possible now? So we ask such kind of questions when I know the child is not going to answer.
So ma'am, how do you encourage innovative and entrepreneurial thinking in students' mind?
What I feel is every student should know his or her skill set. Okay. Technically, first of all, if you guys are with this background of engineering, rather than that, other prospects, what you have, your leadership quality, your planning, are you a good planner or not? To what level you guys can take risk, and if something negative happens, what is your state of mind to recover from it? Okay, when things are falling at place, you're fine, everything is fine. But when things are not the way you had planned, you tend to panic. You don't know. You try to, in that hustle bustle, you take some kind of decisions which are not acceptable. So I feel those things has to be given a thought if you want to be an entrepreneur.
So ma'am, if not teaching, आप कौन से दूसरे प्रोफेशन में होते हैं?
Children psychology. Yeah, child psychology, human psychology, I feel. In counseling, yes, I feel that would be my profession.
And ma'am, any other hobbies that you have and all the students don't know about that?
I have trained Bharatanatyam dance. I like dancing. So yes, I like dancing. That's one of the favorite hobby which I like. And reading books, but not those Chetan Bhagat and all. I think I cannot finish that kind of books. Fictional, non-fictional. If I start, I will not end those books. Technical books, good technical books. These are good to digest. Those I like.
So ma'am, written assignments really help in gaining technical knowledge?
Yes, because written assignments have many questions, basic questions, which are key solutions to your problems when you are performing the practical. And what I feel, written assignments you feel are helping you guys or not. It will help you if you are writing that assignment by yourself. But if you are copying it by somebody, then definitely it's not going to help.
So ma'am, moving to the game section. So as we are on Coffee with Innovation, what do you prefer, chai or coffee?
I'm a chai person. Atharva wali chai.
And ma'am, as we all know that COVID में सबने online classes किया है, आपने भी लिया हो online classes. So what do you prefer, online class or offline class?
I think offline. Offline is the best platform. Where I feel we interact, you come to know the emotion, how strong the person is. Exchange of data is an exchange of knowledge. That helps to build something good. So online is something which I prefer. Offline is something which I prefer.
So ma'am, as you love offline teaching, पूरे क्लास के सामने बच्चों पे चिल्लाना आप क्या प्रेफर करते हो? अच्छी बात है या बुरी बात?
I feel when the class is not in a state where the students are not listening to the faculty, students deserve that kind of treatment. I feel somebody should be able to control. One single person is controlling a strength of 50 to 60 students. Definitely the voice will raise because you're trying to, see how impatient or how patient is the faculty from a long span of time where you guys are creating noise and nobody is listening to the faculty. So I feel sometimes it's fine to shout so that you guys are in control.
So ma'am, while preparing for exams, what do you prefer? एक रात पहले पढ़ना या पूरा सेमेस्टर पढ़ना?
I prefer smartly पढ़ना. जैसे कि सब्जेक्ट आया, देखो कितने मॉड्यूल्स है, व्हाट इज द वेटेज, 5 साल के पेपर लो, एनालाइज करो और उस हिसाब से. So I prefer that. Now you were saying, I'm not answering your question, this is what you're saying, right? So I will say that I'm listening to whatever lectures and practicals are happening. But what I'm listening, the questions are not being asked like that. So it becomes what to write in the paper. So the process of understanding कि ये इतना weightage है, so that you start before your semester starts. कि भाई ये इसका syllabus है, मैंने ये पढ़ा है, this is my cup of tea, इतने modules पढ़ के जाना है, I'm above, my pointer is going above 8.5. The subject is not my cup of tea, I need to find the way. So before the semester starts, you should plan your semester. So I think depends how your grasping skills are. How intellectual you are, how is your vocab. The way all things will be there, the things will fall on your paper accordingly. So I feel you guys lack in this, not planning the semester before it starts.
So ma'am, speaking of two of your most favorite words, what would you like to describe a student? Nalayak or Nilaj?
You guys behave like that. What I feel, first of all, how to speak to the faculty. I will not say that it's your mistake, but still there are some things which I observe. You are sitting in the class, shirt ke button nahi lage hue. Okay, one guy is eating chewing gum. The leg is out of the bench. Just lying on the bench. So you guys deserve such kind of treatment. What I feel. You need to learn these basic etiquettes. And the reason is why I say this, because after 4 years you are going to land up in something, whether you become an entrepreneur, whether you are skilled employed for something. The way you sit, the way you open your mouth, the way you dress, this thing does matter. You're doing that in the first lecture morning 9 o'clock, then how can you expect? Just imagine morning 9 o'clock lecture, last benches are sleeping. As soon as I enter, आधा पीछे का bench is like, तब भी से ही सो रहे, अरे 5 बजे तक रुकना है. So I feel this is what you guys, I won't say miss how to carry yourself. Carry yourself properly.
So ma'am, as a teacher, आप क्या enjoy करते हो? Fun learning या strict learning?
Fun learning. My lectures are funny only, na?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't think so. I've always had fun in my lectures. Fun learning.
So I'm coming to an end of this episode. What is your final and last message for the viewers?
For the viewers, actually I will dedicate this for all the engineering students, especially for our and Atharva's engineering students. If you want to be an engineer, plan things in prior. If you have that capacity in you, that's the reason you got that admission of being an engineer. Okay, so just live your life the way you want. Try to identify your skill set. Okay, build your career in such a way that you don't need to, when you turn behind and see your last 20 years, 30 years, you feel satisfied. Yes, I have done something good for myself in my life. So yes, all the best to all the students, to all the engineers we have.
Yes.
And have a great life ahead.
Thank you.
Thank you.